Hello, dear students. So, in continuation of the previous class regarding the identification of microorganism, we firstly studied how to identify the microorganism by help of stains. Okay, so we undergoes the acid fast stainings, we undergoes gram staining, we undergoes negative or positive stainings, and these all staining techniques are only just to have a view of the microorganism, either they are present in the sample or not. Okay, so there is also one of the another method that we have to perform for the create identification of the microorganisms, either they are present in the sample or not. We also can identify there certain biochemical reactions when they are present in any specific type of metabolite. Either it may be the carbohydrate or maybe the amino acid or maybe the lipid or maybe the protein. Okay, so what type of reaction actually they occurs when they are present in the specific type of media, either the media is rich in carbohydrate, either in protein, either in lipid, etc., etc. So when we are going to identify them by help of certain tests, they give some biochemical reactions and they changes the color of media at the time, the media where they were present. Okay, so the change in the color of media indicate their presence. Okay, so this type of test is one of the specific tests. It is not a staining test, but it is the identification test whether the drug, whether the microorganism are present in a particular sample or not. Okay, so this particular test or the identification is actually the biochemical test for the identification of bacteria. So we are going to start it with this particular topic. So the biochemical test for the bacteria, if I already told you that we have to go through certain biochemical reactions. Okay, so the biochemical reaction if we go through, so definitely there will be certain metabolite or the production of metabolite by help of these bacteria. The bacteria, they may be convert themselves into the any yeast, any ferment, any specific catalyst. Okay, so when this catalyst imbibe certain specific type of reactions involved in a very specific reactions, that reactions itself means that is converting some particular metabolite into the newer product. And when the newer product is formed, it will be shown by some specific type of result, like the color will be changed or there will be certain deviation in the physical ability or the physically characters. Okay, so by that particular that reference that sorry by that particular yes by that particular inference, we can identify that the particular specific organism is present over there or not. So we are going to start with a biochemical test of the bacteria. The first is the carbohydrate fermentation test. As the name indicates, fermentation is there. Okay, so the carbohydrate fermentation, everybody knows that the fermentation technique is nothing but it is a technique of converting sugar into an alcohol. Okay, and when oxidation takes place, that particular alcohol convert itself into acid. Okay, itself into definitely into certain organic acids. Okay, so when we are going to just check the presence of microbes in a specific media which is rich in carbohydrate, so we have to perform certain tests. Okay, we have to perform certain tests, and here the carbohydrate is the metabolite on which the bacteria act as a ferment, and they will convert that particular glucose into an alcohol, and then from that alcohol it get oxidized and changes into the or in the organic acid. Okay, so what actually the organic acid is there? When the organic acid takes place in any media, definitely the color will be changed and certain gas will be evolved, and that is only the identification mark or the identification feature of the presence of bacteria in the media. Okay, so if you see the result, okay, so this result, it shows the first one, that is red in color. Second is also red in color. Okay, so this particular reddish media is actually the presence of sugar only there. Okay, but when this particular sugar convert itself into an organic acid, it changes into the yellow color by evolution of certain gases. Okay, so in this particular yellow media, we can identify that if there is a color change, it means there is a presence of definitely the bacteria over there. Okay. The second test that we come is an indole production test. Indole that is again an amino acid obtained from the tryptophan. Okay, so the indole nucleus, indole alkaloid is there. That is an amino alkaloid. Amino alkaloid means definitely the amino acid is being present over there. Okay, so indole production test is again the second test from which we can identify the presence of bacteria over there or not. Okay, let's suppose in our media, in the media where we are culturing our the bacteria, the presence of the tryptophan amino acid is there. So how these microorganisms actually react over to this particular tryptophan, how they just depend upon the tryptophan and how they will show their presence. Okay, so there is a specific principle that tryptophan in the presence of tryptophanase, it changes itself into indole, pyruvic acid and ammonia. Okay, this indole when react with para-dimethyl aminobenzaldehyde in presence of hydrochloric acid and alcohol, and that hydrochloric acid and alcohol, they undergoes the dehydration reaction in which the water get removed out and a compound is formed, that is a quinoidal compound, which is actually red or violet compound. Okay, which is actually red or violet in nature. Okay, if it is red and violet in nature, then it means there is a presence of bacteria over to it. And if it doesn't changes the color, it means there isn't any presence of bacteria. You can see it from here. The coloration, red to violet color. Okay, this shows the presence of the bacteria in a particular medium. While the another test tube, there isn't any change in the bacterial, there isn't any change in the media, in the artificial, in the nutrient media. Okay, the presence is there, the absence is there. Okay, so this particular tube where the reddish coloration is there, it is positive for the microorganism, while the another test tube which is on the right is having, it doesn't have any specific microorganism. The other test is the MR test, which is also known as a methyl red test, and this test is again to differentiate between the microorganism and to find their ability in the glucose production as well as in the high acid content. Okay, so the two two microorganisms we already have, that is E. coli and E. aerogens. So these two particular microorganisms are being detected, are being used for this MR test. So the process will be same for each and every microorganism. Okay, for E. coli, we have to make a glucose presented any specific media. Okay, this changes into the lactic acid, acetic acid, formic acid. Then we add a phenyl, the methyl red to it. Carbon dioxide and the hydrogen gas, it get evolved out. Reddish coloration of the media takes place, which gives a positive test for the presence of E. coli. Secondly, E. aerogen. Okay, so again the same process is there. Glucose and water will be there. Changes into acetic acid. Then it convert into 2,3-butanediol plus carbon dioxide plus water, and to this particular mixture we add methyl red. This methyl red imparts gives a color to the solution, that is yellow color. If it becomes red, then there will be the presence of the microorganism, but here it shows yellow color. It means there will not be the presence of any specific organism which is able to oxidize glucose into an acid. Only E. coli is the bacteria which can convert the glucose into the alcohol, okay, or into the high acid. But the E. aerogen, it isn't capable of converting the glucose into the into an acid. Okay, you can see the pH over here is 4 and pH over here is 6. Okay, so this is far more acidic environment. So that's why we can assume that this particular microorganism can convert glucose into the high-end acid as compared to the E-aerosol. Okay, so you can see the left tube is positive for the E. coli, reddish coloration, while there is a yellow coloration which shows that there isn't the production of any specific acid. Another is the citrate utilization test, which is also a part of biochemical test. Okay, here we have to determine the ability of the microbe to ferment citrate as a sole carbon source. The fermentation over to the citrate is actually the work of the certain microbes, and this citrate, the carbon which is present in the citrate, it will be act as a carbon source for these particular microorganisms. Okay, so how it happens and how this particular thing gonna start up, you can see the principle. A citrate act as a sole carbon source for their energy. Okay, and due to this particular citrate, the transportation of the nutrients into the bacteria, it will takes place. Okay, and the sodium citrate as a carbon source, while the ammonia, it act as a nitrogen source over here. And for identification, we use indicator that is a bromothymol blue. Okay, so this test actually works in the presence of an oxygen. It means that's aerobic condition. Okay, in this condition, when bacteria get oxidized, they convert that particular citrates carbon into the carbon dioxide. Okay, when it get oxidized, the citrates carbon they use, and it react with the oxygen and it liberated in form of carbon dioxide. Okay, so this carbon dioxide, when combined with sodium, okay, which is supplied by the sodium citrate, and water to form the sodium carbonate, which is an alkaline product, and when the alkaline product forms, it actually raises the pH of the solution. Okay, the pH indicator is up to the blue color and represent the positive citrate test. If there is an absence of color change, the citrate test will be negative. Okay, few drops of the, because we already have included a few drops of bromothymol blue. That bromothymol blue is not blue in color. It is actually, it gives blue color only when the drug or when the particular organism, okay, is present. Okay, when these are present, then only it will become blue. Okay, so the bromothymol blue is not blue in color, it is colorless, but when the reactions occur in presence of the bromothymol blue, that bromothymol blue, which is colorless, changes itself into blue color. Okay, so this particular blue color indicates the presence of definitely the bacteria which convert the citrate into the carbonates. Okay, so you can see the reaction: sodium citrate in presence of citrate permeatase change into the pyruvic acid and oxaloacetate, and excess of sodium citrate plus carbon dioxide plus water change into sodium carbonate. Okay, with decrease on the pH, in which the green color of the media, it changes into blue color. And again, I am telling you that the blue color, it means the presence of the bromothymol convert itself into the blue coloration. From this, you can see these both first and the third the test tubes. Okay, they are yellow in color, while the middle test tube is blue in color. Okay, so the blue color indicate the presence of definitely these microorganisms. Okay, while the first and the third test tubes, they does not show any specific coloration, any color. Okay, so that's why they are negative. Nitrate reduction test is also one of the biochemical tests in which we used to access certain abilities of some microbes, which changes, which actually reduce the nitrates into the nitrites. Okay, which actually reduce the nitrate into nitrite, NO3 into the NO2. Okay, so there are certain microorganisms, maximum the chemolithoautotropic bacteria or chemoorganoheterotrophs. They can use the nitrates as a terminal electron acceptor during anaerobic respiration. Okay, so the anaerobic condition is here. Okay, in this process, the nitrate is reduced to the nitrite by the help of an enzyme which is nitrate reductase. Further, the reduction of the nitrite takes place into the ammonia ion, and this ammonia ion or the molecular nitrogen, when changes into the molecular nitrogen, the nitrate broth medium contain around 0.5% of the potassium nitrate, which is examined for the presence of the gas and the nitrite ion in the medium. Okay, so when the nitrate medium, the presence of the KNO3 takes place by the help of the nitrogen, by help of the nitrite ions. So the nitrite ion, when actually we when these nitrite ion present in the particular media, the coloration of the particular media, it changes into the red color. And red coloration, that red coloration is actually the indication of the presence of microorganism. Okay, so you can see the peptone nitrate broth is there. And the left side, it is positive because it contains the E. coli bacteria, which shows the nitrate reduction test. But on the other hand, another organism which we generally use, okay, does not show the nitrate reduction test, hence it is termed as negative. Okay, so the red coloration left on the positive is positive, and the another which is colorless is act as a negative. Urease test, ability of certain microbes is to be identified to degrade urea by help of an enzyme, that is urease. So here the microbes also undergoes certain degradation of the urea by the help of by releasing a specific enzyme which is known as urease. Okay, so urea, when the principle is that when urea is combined with the water, it changes into carbon dioxide, water, and ammonia. Okay, that is a simple reaction. If we see, okay, that is a again the hydrolysis of urea if we go through. Okay, so it changes into carbon dioxide, it changes into water, and it liberates ammonia as a gas over there. Okay, so when this ammonia gas liberates, okay, the medium changes from reddish pink to the deep pink color. Okay, it changes the color from reddish pink to the deep pink color. Like this, you can see these are the primitive reaction bacteria. When these are the primitive solution, okay, the prior solution that we have prepared, and this urea broth, it actually changes its color after the inoculation of the bacteria over here. We put the bacteria which actually degrade the urea, okay, after releasing the urease. Okay, the urea changes into carbon dioxide, ammonia, and water. Okay, so in this particular, in the second test tube, this urease reduction actually takes place. Okay, but in the first and the third, there isn't any change over here. So from this we can conclude there is a presence of microorganisms. Okay, so these all are the biochemical test for the microorganism, which is also a specific type of the test. It's also a specific type of test to actually indicate, to show the indication of the presence of microorganism as per the staining technique is there. Okay, so the staining technique and the biochemical test both are actually the identification test of the bacteria. Okay, so we will again meet with a new topic in our next class. If you have any query, then definitely we will have one live session. In the live session, we can ask any of the query you already have. Okay, so please stay tuned with me. Thank you very much. That's it for today.